Hi everyone, I'm coming on quickly to show you a small tea light box that I have made. Now I got the original design from Linda Parker, who is a Stampin' Up demonstrator. If I can find her website, it is papercraftwithcrafty.co.uk. And I like the size of it because it's just the right size for 4 tea lights, and these are perfect for a teacher's gift, and it's reinforced down below so they're not going to fall apart when you lift them, and the smell as I lifted that was beautiful. It's sweet apple, no, sweet cinnamon and spiced apple, and I got them from Every Craft's a pound, and they were a pound for the pack. I actually get 2 packs because I've got quite a few teacher gifts to make, and the reason I went for that scent is it's quite masculine, because a lot of my son's teachers are male. He's head teacher, deputy head, he has assistant, deputy, and the janitor, who is fantastic with him, and also he's bus driver. So that one there is actually for his class teacher, who's female, but the actual concept of it I will be using in this video. I will just be using black card because I'm going to layer it with wood textures. I'll just turn that a wee bit, I think, so that it's not glaring as much. Oh. Right, so to start off, you need a piece of cardstock which is 10 inches long by 6 1/8 wide. Okay, if I just nudge it up a wee touch, you can see that I've got my extender out. Now, for my first, wait a minute to think, yeah, for the first one I'm going to score it this way because it's easier. So we're scoring the first one at 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so I've got my score tool here, and I'm just going to bring it down and back up. Okay, then I'm going to turn it. Okay, and it's just so that it goes in easier. So my next score is at 1.5. So line it up to the 1.5 at this side this time. Bring it down, score up and down. Then we're going to 4 5/8. Now, how I work that out is, where is my little bit of card? There it's there. Now, how I work it out is it's 2 points after the half. So I go to 4.5 and then go 2 points over. Okay, so I'm just going to place it up there so I can see it, because there's a few interesting scores on this one. Then we go to 5 3/8. So 3/8 is 2 before the half. So 5.5 and then come back to notches. Okay, and then score again. Then we're going to 8.5 and score again, and then 9.25, which is a nice easy one. There. Okay, then we turn it, and we're going for 3/4 again. So I'm doing what I did before and putting it on this side, simply because it's easier for me. Okay, let that flat fall down. and then come up. Then I'm going to score at 1.5. Okay. Then I'm just pulling it across and doing 3/4 again. 1, 2. Then turn it and do the 1.5 again. Let's make sure that's straight. There we go. That's all we're scoring done, okay? So I'm just going to move that out the way. Oops. Always forget to lock that and I end up losing the wee bit out the middle of it. Right, so now we've got loads of cutting to do. Okay, so I've got a template here that shows me where I'm cutting. Okay, so first of all, we're going to take these 4 corners out at the bottom. Okay, so just take those out. Take those out. Then we're taking out this, this, this and this, okay? So we're going along the big long rectangle and 1 square, big long rectangle and 1 square. They're all coming out, okay? My eye's going all fuzzy. It's a blooming bell palsy, honestly, it's so annoying at times. There we go. So I've took those out. Move them up there so they're not distracting us. Then we're going to go and turn this around. And then we're taking out these 3 squares on either side. Okay, so I'm just going to take that, that, right, so we've took them out. Now we need to put in our notches and slice up our little bits. So on the front part we're going to notch here just a little bit, if you can see how much I've took off there. It's just ever so slight, and do the same on the other side. Okay, so again, hopefully you can see that. It's just ever so slight. Then we are going to cut this part here. Okay, and we're just taking it up to the score line, and we are notching just a little bit off the front one, and the same at this side. Okay, Then we are going to cut this part here, and we need a little slit, a little notch on both of these sides. Because this is going to reinforce our base. Okay, so we just notch that, cut up there, and notch there. Okay, then we need to cut this part, turn it round, cut that part there too, and we need to put a notch in both sides of this one. Okay, oops, I'm a wee little devil. There we go. And do the same with this side, just a little notch coming out of it. Right, and then let me see where I am now. So I'm going to turn this so I can see. Then we're just going to notch this first panel here. And again, just a tiny little whisper coming off. And that's all we're cutting done. Okay. So that's what it should look like. Alright. And what I'll do, if you wish, is I will actually photograph this and put it on my Pinterest so you can actually see the X's are where getting cut out, and then you can see here they are cut lines, the dots, and these are wedges where I've put the lines. Okay, so hopefully that would help. So if you're looking for that, just let me know and I will put it on my Pinterest. Right, so next up we need to score and burnish all these, not score, fold and burnish all of these. And this is just to help it fold in a little bit neater when we get to that stage. Right, so that is our lid, this is our base. So for our base, I am going to, let me think, I think I'll just use the tape runner, it's probably quicker, even if it is an absolute nightmare at times. Right, so we're going to put some glue here on the inner panel, okay? So it's the inside rectangle we're putting it on. Take up a wee bit further, and then same on this one here. So I'll lift it up so you can see what I've got. So you can see I've got adhesive on these inner rectangles, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm bringing this up and bringing the flap in. Do you see that little flap in there? Let me see if I can, because it's on black, there you can see it there. That little flap. Wait, and I'll see if I can zoom in a bit actually and see if you can see it a bit clearer when I'm actually doing it. Right, so you can see this flap here. We're putting that in and then bringing up our side panel which has got adhesive on it and sticking it down. Okay, then I'm going to do the same with these flaps here. It's really hard to see because I'm on black, but we're bringing that flap up and adhering it to the side there. I'm just trying to make sure it's square, and then the same with the other side. Okay, so we've got those side panels stuck down like that. Alright, you can see that clearly. Then what I'm going to do is, let me see what I've got handy. In fact, I think I'll use a wee glue dot just for quickness. So I need 4. And these are just to stick over the top of those wee bits so that my next layer sticks down properly. So that's 1 on. Whoops, get off. That's 1 on. Because I don't want the box falling apart. Because Jaden's not the genteelest lad ever. And I can see these being thrown in a school bag to take to school on the last day. And I'm getting bashed about. So I'll just bring that up and show you what I've done there. Come on, focus. There you are. You can see the glue dots on there. And then what we're going to do is these upper flaps, the upper rectangles, we are just going to fold them in now, okay? And they all just fold in beautifully, like that, okay? So that's the base of our box done. Then we have our top panel. Now, we need to add a little bit of ribbon to this, so I'm going to use, let me see what I've got here. No, I don't want that. Here's my black sparkle ribbon. That's in here out the road. So we just want a little bit of this. That should be plenty. And all I'm going to do is bring in my little piercing mat that is grubby and yucky and all the rest of it. Now this is 3 inch wide, so I want to go to, I want roughly 1.5, and I'm just going to put a little hole through there just now. Yep. And then I'm going to use my X-Acto knife just to make it a little bit larger. Okay, so I'm just piercing a little bit at the side and a little bit at the other side, just so it's large enough for my ribbon to go through. Now, to prepare my ribbon for it, I'm going to glue dots again. If you've got hot glue, it would work just as well. So I am just putting a little bit of a mini glue dot there, and then I'm folding that tab over, okay, like that. And then the little hole that we made, we are just pushing that through that little hole. Let's see if I can catch it. Nope. There we go. Got it now. Right. So what I'm going to do with this part is I want to glue that down to here so that it's hidden and that it's secure for when people are trying to open their wee box. So I'm putting a little mini glue dot there and bringing that up on it, okay? And I'm going to put one above it as well so it's super strong. Okay, that's that on. A wee bit of silver from the ribbon. Now I'm just using my tape runner and I'm just going across here, just making sure that there's a good bit of adhesive on there. Same at the other side. Okay, and I'm just going to give an extra wee bit up above just to make sure it's super strong. Okay, and then we're just folding that flat down. Okay, and just give it a really good squidge together with your hand. Okay, and then that should fold in perfectly. If not, we can take another wee notch out the side, but it should fit on there. Maybe not. No, it does. So there we go, and there's no gapes. That's just a little nice little box. So now we're going to decorate it. Now I'm going to see if the wood textures will work on this. Let me just move that out the way and find my wood textures. So this is my wood textures DSP. And there's quite a few different textures on it. So I think I'm going to go with, let me see how that looks. Don't know what one I want. I think I like that one. So we need there's a small cutter. So the top of my box is 3 inches. So it's just a slither under 3 I need. So let me just see what I've got here. So there's 3 and I just want to come across just probably about 1/8 of an inch. Okay. Then we go to 3 and come in about 1/8 of an inch again. So that's the top of my box done. Okay. Then we've got the sides. So that should be the right size. Yep. Let me see this way. Right, so my sides are 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to come in just a little bit less, about 1/8 of an inch again. Okay, that's one done. And then about 1/8 of an inch. 2 done. Oops, silly me, I'm way over. That's better. Then we've got this one. And we might as well do one for the back since it's got a wee bit spare. Oops. Is that nice? Behave. Like that. Right, so these are all the same size now. Now, let me think. I've got that stamped, so I need a punch out with this, and I think it's 2 inch I need. So 2 inch, and just pop it out, okay, and that should be us ready to just put it all on now. Okay, so that's going to go under there and that on there. So there's just a tiny wee bit of black showing on my wee label. Right. Oh. So let me just zoom back a bit. Right, so to stick this on, I'm just using my tape runner because it's quick. Even though it is the bane of my life because it's starting to get to it's not easy to run anymore. You're only getting about half of it out. There we go, as I said, it's starting to become problematic. Right, so I'm just going to stick that onto my piercer and then just hover it over it until I'm happy with the placement, and then place it down like that. Then the sides, same applies, just some tape runner. And put it on the side. And I know most folks think tea lights are for females, but I think guys do like candles as well, as long as they are not your rose and your floral scents, put it that way. I mean, I know my dad, he loves the spiced candles, but he also loves the gardenia, which is almost like a cut grass smell. There we go, I'll put that one on. He just loves that. So, as I said, he's not a feminine male at all. He's very masculine, my dad. So if he can think candles are nice, then I think MD can. Got last one. And you can see the struggle I'm having with this, trying to get it out now. It's not easy. So there we go, that's the box decorated. Alright. Then we just put these together. So I just place this on. I've not stuck it down so that I can move it if I have to, because it's such a small increment around it. You need to be careful. So then we'll put the sentiment. Now the female one I did decorate with some flowers. Obviously that's not going to happen with this one. And we just put our little sentiment on, and then we can pop this up. So we've got 1, 2, is that just 2 there? I don't know, we'll just stick with that. Then we'll put these ones, so I'll just take a couple of them. 1 and 2. Move that aside. Oops. Oops, a daisy. Position that one central. Like that. And we're done. So then all we need to do is add our candles. Where did I put these? There we are. So out this box you're getting 3 teachers' gifts, and I have ordered some Ferrero Rocher, and I'm going to make a couple of little Ferrero Rocher box style wrapping. There we go, and it's all in there. Okay. Oops, hey, wee monkey. He's been in no bother this morning for me. There we go. Perfect. And I think that's a nice masculine box. Now I have, as I said, made the female, and I've made a card to match. So I will be matching a card with that. That's a card for the female teacher. And I will make a card to match the male. But I hope that's gave you a wee bit of inspiration for some teacher gifts. They are just a lovely wee size. And you could put your note cards in them if they are probably 2 3/4, I would say, would fit in here. But if you wanted to make up maybe half a dozen and put them in, they would fit fine. And you could give them to the teacher that way, and she could give them to her class as a well done or congratulations if they've achieved something in the class. It's just a nice wee gift. So I hope that's inspired you, and I hope I'll be back on with another project soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.